Hey guys, Techie here, and today we have another video on F1 22. Once again, I want to thank EA Creator Network as well as Codemasters for giving me access to this preview build, allowing me to bring you all the details about the game that we know so far. Of course, you're seeing some gameplay, and you've already seen some gameplay from our Miami footage video and so on, and all the other creators that are part of the Creator Network putting out amazing videos. This video is going to be a little bit different. I have a race for you from Austria. I did a race with a last to however much I can get to with Charles Leclerc, and you're going to see that in the background. But while that happens, I wanted to talk about some of the features that we'll be seeing in F1 2022. One of the coolest things that F1 2022 is doing is adaptive AI. Now, this is more aimed towards beginners or people that are joining the series and not really experts in it. And what it does, it actually adjusts the level and difficulty of the AI on the fly, so it depends on where you are on the track. I thought this is a very cool thing. Like I said, it is mostly catered towards the beginners, and I think that's a really nice way to introduce people into this mode. Of course, you have the two-player career mode as well as My Team making the play, and they have said My Team will come with a lot more events, with a lot more choices and questions you can answer. There's gonna be some icons coming in as well, but more on that will be released towards the release date of 1st of July. So as we get closer to it, we'll get more details on the icons and the legends and so on. There are some returning legends, I know that for one. They've given an option. An option, for example, if you want to do formation lap, but you don't actually enjoy driving the formation lap around, and you think you just want to just watch it, spectate it, you can have a broadcast setting on your formation lap. This allows you to just watch on like you would on TV with all the presentations about it, and just pick up when it starts the race itself. But your tires and all that will be taken into accordance as a formation lap had happened. So you're kind of like auto simming the formation experience. You can do the same thing with safety car, and that I think is pretty cool. I personally like the immersive mode where you're controlling the car and you get to, you know, control the temperatures and, you know, bunch up the field and decide when to go if you're leading the safety car, of course, and things like that. I prefer the immersive experience, but I know that an option is always a good thing to have, because now if you have someone who doesn't want to get very in depth about keeping the temperatures, keeping the delta and all that, and they just want to play, they have this option to have a broadcast mode, and the broadcast is very theatrical. They show the cars lining, you know, they swerve, you know, moving around, heating up the tires and things like that. And I thought that was a really cool way and a really cool addition to the game, because it's not really taking anything away that's already there, but it'll have a certain addition. You may have already heard about this. There have been so many talks about this and so many leaks and rumors, but there is going to be F1 Life. You're gonna be able to customize your character's home, your character's car collection, and you will be able to show off things you earn while you play. And that's a pretty cool thing. It's like a nice lobby customization thing. I'm not really too into it, but the supercar editions are pretty cool, and I think I'll be giving it a go at least the first time around. I don't know how much after, like, I'll consistently be using it, but it's still there. It's nice that it's there. It's an addition. It's, again, not taking away anything. But one of the coolest things, I think, is the new pit stop system that they've added. So with F1 22, how it works is when you're going into the pits, whether you're on assisted or unassisted, once you're in the pit lane, you will have a quick time event, and it's a very simple event. It's just press X. In my case, it was to press X. Whatever control is, you know, your action key will show up. So you need to press the prompt, and it'll give you a countdown. If you hit it perfectly, it'll turn purple. You get the pit stop to be in a range of 2.2, I think, or 2.3 to 2.7 seconds. If you miss a little bit, the pit stop timer goes a little bit longer, and this affects your strategy, affects your stop time. And the way they've explained it is that you decide when to turn in. So if you turn in at the perfect time, your stop is going to be perfect. It's going to be great. And if you turn it at the wrong time, it's gonna make it's gonna make it a lot difficult for people to change the tires, so you'll take more time and so on. I think it's a cool addition. I don't think it's going to be very noticeable after a couple races. You're going to just get used to it. It's just something you'll do. But you have an option to make that into an immersive one, or just have it as it was before as well. The key for this game seems to be options. It's all up to you. You get a control on how to customize that whole experience. And I, for one, really do enjoy that. Now, playing the game, the models aren't finished, the sounds aren't finished, but I gotta say, I love the Honda engine sound. I think it's a very throaty grunt, it has the grunt, and I really liked it. I also liked the Ferrari sound, as well as Merc, and I think Alpine's the only one that I didn't really notice much of a change. But like I said, these sounds are not fixed. The models are not finished, so they're all part of this preview build. So I'm not gonna judge it. I'm not gonna evaluate it. I'm not gonna compare it. I just wanted to say that I found that Honda engine to sound so good. Speaking of sounds and things you can control, you have an option to change, and I believe this is the first time ever in a Formula 1 game, the main commentator. You all know Crofty. We all have Crofty join us at our Grand Prix, and he's an excellent commentator. In F1 22, you have the option to go with Crofty or Alex Jacques as your primary commentator. But that's not it. This is the next step. You have a choice of a secondary commentator. Now, this wasn't part of the preview build, but we were told that we will have Natalie Pinkham, Jacques Villeneuve, yes, Jacques Villeneuve, as well as Anthony Davidson be options for your secondary commentator. So if you want your co-commentator to be Natalie Pinkham and you wanted the primary commentator to be Alex Jacques, you got it. It's up to you. This game lets you decide in many parameters over many things, more than any other F1 game. And of course, if you hadn't known about it yet, VR is coming to PC, and that is going to be amazing. VR is something that the fans have really wanted for an F1 game, and we are finally getting it in the Codemasters F1 22. So definitely something to consider if you have a headset. I'm very excited for crossplay as well. It's not going to be there on launch, but it's going to be coming in a post-launch update. Now, that is going to change a lot of things across the board with leagues, with online play, and just being able to play with your friends from different platforms. I think this is something that was often requested, and I'm really glad Codys have taken the steps to make it reality. I'm really excited about July 1st and the release of the game. So if you want to pre-order the game, link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.